Kathmandu Valley, in the foothills of the Himalayas. Our journey begins here. Today we explore UNESCO World Heritage treasures, the Swayambhunath Temple, Baudhanath Stupa, and the city of Bhaktapur. As evening falls, we share a traditional Nepali dinner and enjoy a vibrant cultural dance. The mountains wait ahead, but the spirit of Nepal starts here.
With an update on that massive operation to rescue hundreds of trekkers stranded on Mount Everest, authorities say hundreds of others have been rescued after a sudden snowstorm struck, leaving the hikers with no way out.
This major unseasonal Everest storm led to heavy rains in Kathmandu and shut down the roads, keeping us stranded for a day before we could finally begin our journey. The drive to Ramechhap was slow, winding through flood-damaged and muddy roads. The following day, we encountered many stranded trekkers at Ramechhap, and clearing this backlog meant another day delay before we can fly to Lukla. It was finally our turn to fly. Cheers and excitement all around. A beautiful 10-minute flight over the Himalayas towards Lukla, and what a view through the cockpit. We finally arrived in Lukla, where our trek could truly begin. Everyone was thrilled to have made it after so many delays and challenges just to get here. Reaching Lukla felt like an achievement on its own. It's a remote starting point, surrounded by the Himalayan peaks, and marks the start of one of the world's most celebrated and difficult treks. Watch a plane take off from Lukla Airport, known as one of the world's most dangerous airports. Situated on a steep mountainside, its runway is just 527 meters long and slopes at nearly 12%. One end drops sharply off a cliff, while the other ends against solid rock, leaving no room for error. Here's the map of our trek route. Day 1, we're going to start in Lukla and hike past Pakding to Manjau, gaining altitude quickly while following the Dudh Kushi River and passing scenic Sherpa villages. Day 2, trek to Namche Bazaar, staying just one night in this iconic Sherpa town. Day 3, continue past the monastery at Tengboche and stay at Deboche. Day 4, hike onward to Dingboche, crossing above the tree line. Stay 2 nights here for essential acclimatization and help prevent altitude sickness. Day 6, we then ascend through rocky terrain and memorial cairns on Tukla Pass to Labuche, positioned near the Khumbu Glacier and close to the final approach to Everest. Day 7, trek to Everest Base Camp. After reaching EBC, we stay at Gorakshep, the final outpost, before returning down the mountain. Trail now has started to go downhill. After the initial flat section into the woods, we are now officially in the Sagar Matha National Park. Trail has such beautiful views. Mode of transportation. Donkeys making their way up the hanging bridge. We start here after lunch, continuing towards Namche. Beautiful other waterfall on the way. Another steep section starting up towards Namche. Hanging bridge number 3 for the day. Big one. We are approaching Manju before nightfall. Up on the top there. This is our stop for the night today. Tomorrow we'll proceed to Namche Bazaar. Okay, finishing our first. Don't get any higher. Finishing our first day hike, reaching Manju and Manjo. So coming into our tea house for the night, and we're gonna probably get some dinner and stay here for the night. Very cozy. Fantastic hosts. Mandan. Ready video? Ready! First night stay. Starting our second day from Manju and entering the Sagar Mata National Park and continuing our way to Namche. Entering through the traditional Kani gate. The mandala paintings on the roof. And the prayer wheels. And we enter. Here we go. And the sacred Kumbila Mountain. Descending down the steps. Day 2, our first suspension bridge, the view of the Kumbila. Primary mode of transportation of goods, donkeys. We are now crossing the Hillary Suspension Bridge, which is named after Sir Edmund Hillary, who was the first mountaineer to summit Mount Everest along with Tenzing Norgay. This is one of the highest suspension bridges in Nepal at 135 meters tall and 60 meters in length. Such intense beauty.
Serious, new truck.
These are joikos cross between a yak and a cow. Gentle animals but strong, carrying a lot of load. We have reached Namche Bazaar, the lively Sherpa capital at 3,440 meters. This town is the essential trade center for trekkers. Famous for its bustling marketplace, traditional Tibetan-style buildings, and breathtaking mountain vistas, Namche stands as the gateway to higher altitudes and is the vibrant heart of Sherpa culture.
Hotel Namche, 3,440 meter height.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
Yes, this way. Hotel Namche.
Say hi to the camera.
Yeah.
Yes, being a
Oh.
We made it.
Okay. Oh.
Nice. Starting day 3 as we leave Namche Bazaar towards our next destination. All the hikers going up on the third day as well. Big crowd as we start at a comfortable 8 a.m. The view is a bit against stunning mountains and muddy, a little bit muddy trail as we continue on our day 3. A lot of backpacks, duffel bags are being carried by the porters. Two duffel bags each weighing approximately 15 kgs. We got our first view of Everest, Lhotse, and Amadablam. Lhotse is the 4th highest peak on Earth and the 2nd highest in Nepal. You can see Manju, the town, way back down there. And the Three Sisters. And another peak, and here is the stupa and the view of Everest, Lhotse, Amadablam. Much of the trail involved navigating a narrow trail along the mountainside with steep hills on one side and sheer drops on the other as we traversed various mountains and valleys. Amadablam is another crown jewel of a mountain at 6,812 meters, dubbed as the Matterhorn of the Himalayas. The name Amadablam means mother's charm box in the Sherpa language. The long ridges on each side like the arms of a mother, Ama, protecting her child, and the hanging glacier thought of as the Dablam, meaning a pendant. After lunch, we continued climbing towards Tengboche, where we saw the largest Buddhist monastery in the Khumbu region at 3,867 meters. It's a spiritual hub with stunning views of Mount Everest, Amadablam, and surrounding peaks. The monastery has been built multiple times after earthquakes and fires, standing as a resilient symbol of faith and heritage in the Himalayas. After a really nice stop at Tengboche Monastery, now making our way down to Deboche, and you can still see a glimpse of Everest in the back, and a nice coffee shop. And here we go, reaching our day 3 accommodations in Deboche. All right. All right, guys, video going on. Woo! Day 3 is good. All right. Hold it. Woo! We made it. All right. We have started the day 4 of the hike with some amazing panoramas in the background. We started our hike from Deboche early in the morning, walking through dense shrub forests. We crossed a suspension bridge over the rushing Imja Kola River, then followed the valley wall as the trail gradually climbed. Along the way, we passed through the village of Pangboche with stunning views of Amadablam. The trail for Amadablam climbers starts at Pangboche. Continuing past Pangboche with Lhotse right in front of us. Beautiful view, beautiful day, clear blue skies.
Now we are in Pangboche. Look at this mountain, it's called Khamshirku, Khanteka Peak. And this is beautiful mountain, Amadablam, and Lhotse Shar. You can see the little triangle, Everest, that is part of Nopse. And look at this valley, it's called Somare. We're going to stop for lunch.
As we ascended further, the trees disappeared and the landscape became rocky and alpine. Just a narrow path here as we go towards our lunch spot, Samera. With again a grand view of Lhotse, Everest on the very top there, tip of it, Amadablam, and the valley here. And we just keep going, and we'll be there in about an hour for the lunch spot. Reaching our lunch destination, Somare, at 4,040 meters at the base of mighty Amadablam. So wonderful. This is a stop before heading to Dingboche. We are slowly approaching Dingboche, our destination for the night today, to complete the day 4 hike. And it's a beautiful view of the Everest range and Lhotse. And we're going to have 2 nights here, so good place to acclimatize before going to Everest Base Camp. Arriving in Dingboche, Hotel Tashi Delak, is where we are staying. And it's at pretty much at the foothills of Amadablam and also the valley of Lhotse. Beautiful, beautiful place. That's your breakfast view. Let's look for some starry nights today with that view. group is here. We made it. Woo. Hello. Woo. Woo. Yes, we are all here. Looks like a nice, warm, cozy place as well. Starting off day 5. We're going to do an acclimatization hike in Dingboche. We're going to climb this small hill here, all the way to that top there. It's called Nagarjuna Hill, at about 14,040 feet. Where we are right now. Probably will climb 1,000 feet and be back here in the lodge for the rest of the day, just to kind of relax and acclimatize.
Okay, namaste, good evening from Dingbuche area. So we hiked to Nagarjuna Hill this morning. It was absolutely beautiful weather. Look at this in front of you. That is called Labuche East, Cholache, Tawache Peak. And this is a nice valley, it's called Kumbu Valley. Tomorrow we're going Labuche. And look at this background. That is Kwangde Peak. And this is Thamsherku, Khanteka. And you can see down to the valley, Dingbuche. And look at this beautiful mountain, Amadaplam. And this is called Kali Himal, Black Beauty Mountain. And you can see the farther peak, that's called Makalu, Chuplung Peak.
Progressing our hike to Nagarjuna Hill. And it's not just us, there's a line of people doing the same thing. A lot of people here who all got backlogged and here at the same time for the acclimatization in Dingboche. Beautiful valley here. We are back at the tea house after the hike, enjoying some tea and coffee as we end our day 5. Today, day 6, still a beautiful day. And today we're gonna go down the hill here towards Labuche in this valley. This is our plan. Walking this beautiful valley here towards Labuche. Amazing views in this one-of-a-kind valley. The path to Labuche continues. It's just an amazing valley. We crossed from all the way back there. We are now arriving into Tukla, where we will stop for lunch and then continue into Labuche. Here we are in Tukla, seated out for lunch. It's a nice hangout before we have a 3-hour climb from here to Labuche. Yacht Lodge and Restaurant. After lunch, we climbed the Tukla Pass. It's a steady climb for an hour. Tukla Pass is a humbling experience as we reach towards the top to discover memorials for those who have perished on the mountain.
All right. Thank you.
The memorials that you can see here, all who died on Everest. Looks like there are names on these memorials. Here's a memorial for late Babu Chiri Sherpa. Has plenty of records. That I believe 11 times he submitted Everest, and very nicely done. Just about 100 more meters to climb. Hour and a half from here to Labuche. Doesn't sound too bad. We are already, I think, at about 16,000 feet. So good altitude gain today at a good place.
So you can see the Tabuche Peak, Cholache. So from other side you can see the training path, that is the way to go, Chola Pass. This is Labuche, is very popular. Here's my guest, Kumar sir, he's doing so far so good. That is Pumori, Lingtring, Kumbute. So before Kumbute mountain, somewhere there's a base camp, and big massive mountain is called Nopse. So behind the Nopse, Mount Everest, so you can't see.
Just hear the sounds of water in this beautiful Kumbu Valley. Very close to the Buche now. And there's a nice snowfield here at the Nupse.
These are Nupse Mountains, Kumari in the backdrop. As we approach Labuche, our destination for the night. We've actually completed our day 6 of the trek, and tomorrow being the big day for EBC. Welcome to Labuche. Reaching our hotel. Oxygen, altitude, a restaurant and home appropriately named. At this altitude, we need all the oxygen we can get. Here we are, arriving in Labuche. Wonderful. Good day indeed. Labuche. Today is the day for EBC. Big busy day here at the lodge. Everybody heading out to the same place. Starting day 7 at the Nupsu Peak towards Everest Base Camp via Gorakshep. Crisp 6 a.m. start. Some groups left at 4 a.m. We are taking it easy and just getting started. Nupse. I continues foothills of Nupse, and it's a cold, brisk morning, and really desperately waiting for the sun. It's to warm us up, but it's coming. The sun's coming. What a day! A narrow path towards Gorakshep before we continue on to Everest Base Camp. We'll break here. What a gorgeous mountain view. We've climbed this hill and you can see the Khumbu Glacier is clearly moving in chaotic ways. And here is Nupse with now the side view. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Khumbu Glacier and the valley. Arriving in Gorakshep now. A quick 10-minute break here and we'll continue to Everest Base Camp. So, but we made it to a good destination here. I think this is over 17,000 feet here at this point. Starting our walk from Gorakshep to EBC. We don't expect to see a lot of the Everest, but we'll probably get a peek of it just because Nupse is covering it. But we will get to this landmark Everest Base Camp. Expected to be about 2 hours from Gorakshep. Going through this very narrow path. Nupse. We are now in the final stretch. Far away you can see the Khumbu ice falls. That's the path to climb Everest between Nupse and Lola, if you can see that path. But we are going to base camp, which is going to go around the corner here to the left.
Now you can see the Kumbu Ice Falls further on the path to the EBC. We are trying to see the view of Everest in the back between Lola and Lupse. You can see its majestic peak, the black rock visible. Kumbu Ice Falls and real nice view of Everest there, right there in the back. Base camp now in view. You can see those tiny people standing up there. We're going to climb down from this ridge, which is taking us to base camp. During climbing season, you would see 500s of yellow tents. And again, we still get a beautiful view of Everest. It's just surreal. Getting to the final stretch here to the base camp. Now approaching Everest Base Camp. We can see we're already here. You can see a bit of the Everest in the background. But this is EBC. What a view with these glaciers, and we are standing on one in the Kumbu Valley, Kumbu Ice Fall Glacier. You can see the Kumbu Ice Falls in great detail and the path towards Everest. It is just a sight to be seen. The photos and pictures are never enough to capture this beauty. It's one of a kind. After completion of Everest Base Camp, we are now on our way back to Gorakshep, and the day continues to be very beautiful with still a good view of Everest.
From Gorakshep, we started early to Labuche, soaking in the breathtaking views of Everest and the surrounding peaks as we leave the region. After the challenging trek with a cumulative ascent of nearly 4,500 meters, or 14,750 feet, we took a helicopter flight back to Lukla, keeping us on schedule for our return. It was a stunning and memorable end to our Everest adventure.